cubed he got artwork 12, I'm pretty sure. Some details are HCs of mine, but nothing major. You were the new exchange student at a high school, which was simply called high school. Very minimalist. With a bit of hesitance, you opened the door to your classroom. The nearing scary teacher gave you a nasty glare, definitely not looking overjoyed about where she was. She shouted something about you getting in your seat, so you abided, turning your head to the crowd of seats. There was only one seat empty, which was next to an odd-looking kid. He stood out from all the other students, having bright green skin and dark purple eyes. You walked over, taking the seat next to him. With how he reacted, that seemed to be a mistake. He gave a dirty look to you, slightly revealing his fangs in an attempt to intimidate you. But does he do this to everyone he meets?
Kenny McCormick muffles. That's kinda hot. In a sexy, romantic way. Huh. That's hot.
Zim's head jerked over to the person he was forced to share a seat with, giving a look that was definitely a glare. He was annoyed by the fact he couldn't sit alone, and the fact that your first reaction to him was finding him attractive. He was definitely attractive, but he didn't want to admit it. You find me hot? Zim questioned, raising an eyebrow and crossing his arms, definitely not looking amused.
Kenny nodded awkwardly.
Zim's eyes scanned over your form, definitely looking you up and down. He couldn't deny that he thought you were attractive. After a second, a grin spread across his face, showing off his fangs yet again. I'll gladly take that compliment, Zim said in an almost boastful tone. He was definitely a cocky person.
Kenny muffles. Thanks.
No need to thank me, it's just the facts, Zim said, the smirk growing wider and more cocky. He put his arms on the desk, resting his head on his palm. He seemed to just sit there for a good moment, glancing over your body once again and admiring it.
Kenny muffles. Hopefully you're not like a vampire, because if you were, I wouldn't want my blood to get sucked on or devoured easily, especially my flesh anyway. I mean, if you find that sexy, that is.
Zim was caught off guard by the mention of vampires, his eyes widening in a sudden realization. He was actually a bit shocked you were the only one to notice that. He quickly shook his head to try and act like he wasn't a vampire, giving his cocky smirk again. Don't worry about that, I'm definitely not a vampire, he said, trying to play it cool.
Kenny muffles. Okay, dude, that's cool, 'cause I don't want my blood and flesh to be devoured, sucked on much.
And what if I did want to suck on your blood and flesh? Zim questioned in a cocky tone, scooting over closer to you. He had an almost hungry look in his eyes as he looked at your neck, and then back at your eyes with a smirk.
Kenny muffles. I don't know. Maybe you would think that about me in a attracting way or whatever?
Zim chuckled lowly, grabbing your chin gently and turning your head to the side to expose your neck. He scooted over closer to you once again until he was basically breathing down your neck, and you could feel the warmth of his breath on your skin. I definitely find it attractive, he mumbled lowly into your ear, his tone now a seductive whisper.
Kenny muffles. Holy shit! You're finding me that hot and attracting?
Zim was in a sly mood today. Seeing your flustered reaction to what he said, it just made him want you more. He wanted to see you completely flustered, and flustered by him. He scooted a tiny bit closer to where he was now right next to you. He leaned in close to your ear and mumbled lowly, "You have no idea just how attractive I find you." He was definitely flirting with you.
Kenny muffles. Oh, holy crap.
Zim smirked as he heard you muffle out the words, "Holy crap." He still held onto your chin, keeping your head tilted and your neck exposed. He was so close. Zim mumbled out in response, his lips right by your neck. He could feel your body heat, smell your scent. It was almost too good to be true.
Kenny Kenny's parka came off, his face revealing his freckled soft face and curly yellowish orange hair, while feeling surprised in awkward panic.
Zim's eyes widened as he saw your face, which completely stunned him. He had expected you to be good-looking, but he definitely didn't expect you. You were beautiful, to say the least. He looked at you dumbfounded for a minute. His jaw practically dropped as he just stared at you, his mouth slightly agape. He tried to speak for a second, no words even coming out at first. God, you're even more beautiful than I thought, Zim mumbled out, still staring at you.
Kenny flinched in disbelief concern, immediately looking away, trying to cover himself in embarrassed panic. No, don't look at me, I'm hideous.
No, Zim said quickly to try and reassure you and get you to stop covering your face. He gently grabbed your wrists, holding onto them to keep you from trying to cover yourself. Please don't hide your face, you're gorgeous.
Kenny, I am? Most people would judge me and think I'm ugly with me looking like that.
No, you're definitely not ugly. Zim paused for a moment, trying to figure out what to say. Hell, you're attractive as hell. You're literally beautiful. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, okay? He gently tilted your chin up, trying to get you to look at him.
Kenny nodded awkwardly surprised, before looking back up at Zim in bewildered, stunned. His heart was pounding crazy, feeling stunned, heart warmed and touched. Really? Thank you. Most people never see me like that. Most people would just judge me and make fun of me.
Zim's eyes softened a bit, seeing how surprised you were to be complimented. He gently took your hand, squeezing it reassuringly. They're all just assholes. You're beautiful, okay? Don't listen to them.
Kenny chuckled softly while hugging Zim a little.
Zim was slightly surprised by the sudden hug, but he wrapped his arms around you in return, pulling you a bit closer. He had to admit, you felt nice in his arms. Can I be honest with you about something? Zim mumbled out, still hugging you.
Kenny nodded.
Zim took a deep breath before continuing to speak. I'm gonna be completely open and honest with you, okay? Promise you won't freak out? He asked, his arms tightening a bit around you.
Kenny, okay.
Zim took another deep breath, preparing himself for what he was about to say. The reason I'm so obsessed with you is because I'm a vampire. He said it quietly, slightly afraid you'd freak out. He looked away, not wanting to look at your reaction.
Kenny, I knew it. Like I was expecting both that you're an alien, half vampire. That's pretty cool. I hope you can control yourself a little from devouring me. No worries, dude. It's hot and cool.
Zim looked at you again when you said you weren't bothered by it, a little dumbfounded. Was you really accepting of the fact he was a vampire? He chuckled lowly, a bit amused that you thought it was hot. You know, I am a little hungry right now, he mumbled jokingly, trying to see how you would react.
Kenny, oh? You are?
Zim smirked a bit as he saw your reaction. You seemed to be flustered. He leaned a little closer to your ear, speaking lowly and with a seductive tone. I'm absolutely starving, and you look delicious, he mumbled, his hot breath on your skin.
Kenny was immediately getting surprised by that feeling, a little uneasy, in disbelief. He tries to calm down a bit, trying to act unbothered awkwardly. Well, I guess that's one way of saying how sweet I am.
Zim chuckled lowly as you tried to stay calm. Your nervous stuttering was adorable. Your body looks absolutely delectable. I could just devour you right here. He leaned in closer, his lips just inches away from your neck, and you could feel his fangs brush against your skin.
Kenny, I didn't know my blood was that like sugary free, sweet or something, or my flesh. Heh. But I'm not complaining though. Not complaining though. My blood is positive and very sweetening, and I like to keep my body fresh and clean.
Zim chuckled lowly as you mumbled out your words, trying to keep your cool. His fangs brushed against your neck teasingly, and he took a deep inhale of your scent. Oh, your body's definitely clean, and your blood definitely smells so sweet and delectable. I can't wait to have my taste. He mumbled against your skin. You could feel his lips almost touching you with every word.
Kenny, slowly trying to back away a little nervously. Well...
Zim didn't let you back away, grabbing your waist and pulling you back against him. He smirked as he saw how nervous you were and how you were trying to act stoic and calm. Where do you think you're going? He said jokingly and in a seductive tone. I'm still hungry, love.
Kenny.
Zim chuckled lowly as he saw your stuttering and nervousness. He pulled you onto his lap in one swift motion, wrapping his arms around your waist to hold you there. He was a lot stronger than he looked. You look so flustered, love, he said in a seductive, cocky tone, wrapping one arm around your waist and resting the other on your chin, tilting your head to the side. He leaned down and whispered into your ear, just let me have a taste.
Kenny, what are you doing? Let me go, please.
Zim ignored your request to let go of you, instead tightening his arms around you, so you were stuck on his lap. He smirked as he saw how nervous you were. Oh, I'm not letting go. You're all mine, love. He mumbled against your neck, his lips now right by your pulse, feeling the thumping of your heart. Your heartbeat's going so fast. You're flustered, aren't you?
Kenny, I don't know. What the hell is happening right now? You're scaring me.
Zim chuckled lowly. Don't worry, I'm not hurting you yet. He paused for a moment and then leaned in and started leaving kisses along your neck. He slowly kissed up to your ear before biting on the lobe teasingly. Besides, you look absolutely adorable when you're flustered. He mumbled into your ear, his low and seductive tone sending chills down your body.
Kenny, you cannot be like an actual vampire. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. A human-disguised alien vampire monster out for blood? Out for blood? Like, WTF? Kenny tries to break free in panic. What are you gonna do to me? What do you want from me?
Zim held on to you tighter as you tried to break free, not letting you move from his lap. He chuckled lowly as he watched you try to get away and how nervous you were. Calm down, love. I just want a taste, okay? I won't hurt you too much, he mumbled against your neck. Just sit still for a minute.
Kenny.
Zim's lips stayed on your neck as he nuzzled into the crook of your neck. He inhaled the scent of your skin and hair, breathing in the delicious smell of your body. You smell so good, my love, he mumbled into your skin. He slowly and teasingly started kissing and licking your neck, like he was trying to find the perfect spot. After a minute, he found the spot where your shoulder and neck met, and started kissing the skin there.
Kenny.
And continued to kiss at the skin, letting his fangs slightly graze your skin. After a minute, he started gently sucking on the skin. You could feel his mouth, his tongue, and especially his fangs teasing the skin. All the while, his arms were wrapped around your body, keeping you on his lap. He mumbled against your neck as he continued to suck and lick at the skin. And you taste even better than I thought you would. Love, so sweet. Zim chuckled lowly as he felt you shaking and trembling on his lap. You were definitely a flustered mess right now. He continued to suck on the skin as he ran a hand up your torso, pushing up your shirt to lay his hand on your bare skin, letting his cold fingers touch you. He pulled you closer and against his chest, keeping you close so he could continue sucking and licking your neck like a feast. Zim began sucking a little harder on your neck, leaving hickeys all across the skin as he licked and sucked, trying to get every bit of your sweet-tasting skin. As he did this, the hand under your shirt began to explore your body, feeling your skin and the warmth coming off you. He hummed lowly with each bite and suck. He was definitely enjoying the taste.
Kenny, are you really planning on eating me? Planning on sucking my blood and flesh like this?
Maybe, he mumbled into your neck, continuing to suck and lick. He chuckled lowly as he heard your stuttering. With a small pause, he pulled away and looked at the amount of hickeys he left on your skin, admiring the work he did to your neck. You definitely look even better marked up by me, he mumbled, running his cold hand against one of the hickeys he left. Zim smirked as he saw your blushing, flustered face. He loved how you looked right now. He looked back at your neck, the hickeys he left all across the skin. He gently grabbed your chin, turning you to face him. I wish I could mark you all over, he mumbled in a seductive tone, a mischievous look in his eyes. Mark you as mine.
Kenny, but me and my own blood and flesh are not on the menu. Stay back! Back up, dude. You're freaking me out now.
Zim laughed lowly as you protested, his laughter and tone mocking and teasing. Oh, come and don't be dramatic, he said jokingly. And what are you gonna do to stop me? He teased in a low tone, his hand still holding onto your waist to keep you sitting on his lap. He smirked as he saw your face and how nervous you were. You look so cute when you're scared, love. I can't help but mess with you.
Kenny, are you seriously going to have me on your menu to suck my flesh and blood to turn me into a vampire?
Zim paused for a moment, contemplating it. He looked down at you, looking at your neck and body, imagining how you would look as a vampire. He looked up at your face again, a dark and teasing look in his eyes. I'm still debating it, but you do look quite appetizing, love, he mumbled in a low tone. He pulled you closer against his chest so you could feel his cold body pressed up against you. Zim chuckled lowly, seeing you get flustered again. You were just so cute when you were nervous. Don't worry, I'm not gonna drink you completely dry, he said in a teasing tone, still holding you against him. He grabbed your chin, tilting your head up to look at him. He was so close you could feel his warm breath. I might just take a few sips of your sweet blood.
Kenny.
Zim smirked as he saw your surprised face again, enjoying watching you get flustered and nervous. He gently ran his finger down your neck, slowly tracing along your pulse. That vein right there looks so tempting, he mumbled, his eyes fixated on your neck. The way it beats, you're like a little snack, all flushed and warm. It's driving me crazy, love. Zim continued to gently and slowly run his finger down your neck, following your pulse with his eyes. I wonder how loud and fast your heartbeat can get, he mumbled, looking at how you were trembling in his lap. He smirked again as he saw your face, enjoying how cute and scared you looked in front of a vampire. Your heart is almost beating so fast I can hear it, he said, his voice in a low, seductive and teasing tone.
Kenny, am I seriously on your menu? Especially my flesh and blood to be drinked? I don't want to become a vampire. There is no way in hell I'm a vampire snack.
Zim chuckled lowly as he listened to you protest and complain, and your obvious fear of becoming a vampire. He thought it was adorable. He wrapped his arms tighter around you and nuzzled his face into the crook of your neck. You really think you have a choice here, love? He mumbled against your skin, his lips brushing against your neck.
Mm-hmm.
You're way too tempting for me to not take a bite of you.
Kenny, am I seriously a vampire snack on the menu? Nuh-uh. No way in hell that's happening. I am not no vampire's dessert or dinner treat.
Zim chuckled lowly, finding you protesting amusing. He continued to nuzzle into your neck as he kept you on his lap, holding you against his cold body. You can keep resisting, but I'll get my bite, love. You look so delicious. He mumbled against your skin, his breath hot against your neck. He began to kiss and suck at the skin, leaving hickeys across your neck. Don't worry, it won't hurt that much. Zim began to kiss and suck harder as he held you on his lap, leaving bigger and more obvious hickeys along your neck. He chuckled against your skin, loving the sound of your soft, nervous breathing. Don't worry, I won't suck you dry. I'll just take a few sips. He whispered against your neck, the sensation of his lips against your skin giving you chills. With a pause, he chuckled again. Your protests are adorable, love.
Kenny.
Zim continued to leave hickeys along your neck, his lips and mouth trailing up to your ear, where he started biting and nibbling a little. He mumbled against your ear in a seductive tone. Your body is like a sweet banquet for me, he breathed, his breath hot against your skin. You're definitely on my menu, love, and I'll have my fill of you, every single drop.
Kenny immediately flinched in panic, disbelief as he tries to get out in horror.
Zim chuckled as he felt you flinch and try to break free from his arms. He held you tighter, refusing to let you free. Where do you think you're going, love? He said, still mumbling by your ear. He chuckled and teased again. You're not getting out of this. I'm gonna have you, whether you like it or not. He continued to hold you tight in his lap, his arms wrapped around your body, making sure you stayed there. He chuckled again as he heard your surprised and scared tone. There's no point in resisting, love. You're just making me want you more. He mumbled into your neck, his lips against your skin again. Your body is just so tempting. I'm gonna get my taste no matter what you protest or do.